Hi everyone, today in Integrated Math 1, we're going to go over Chapter 10, Lesson 4. Oops. Here are the objectives. Make sure you write them down in your notes. Alright, so right here we have a little angle, and I want to know how to measure it. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just trying to find out what this red distance is right here. So what I'm actually going to do is I have a protractor here. And if I'm trying to find this red distance here, I can't have my protractor like this. I need to make sure I line them up. If I had it like this, I'm still not measuring the red angle. So I need to make sure I keep on rotating it until those two black lines line up. Notice here, it's at that line and it also marks this line. And also notice this point here where it's rotating between each time. Let me get that point again. Notice where they meet up. So now we need to know how many degrees it is. So if I'm looking here, notice we have a 0 and we have 180. We always want to start at 0. The reason why we have it in both directions is because depending on the problem, one way may help you versus the other way. So, but either way, we want to start at 0. So in this case, we'll start at 0, and as you can see here, it'll go to 55 degrees. If we were to go from 180, that would be saying that we have 125 degrees right here, which is not true. One thing that's also really good to see is notice this forms 180 degrees. So protractor is always 180 degrees. A line is also 180 degrees no matter what. But let's say we were trying to measure this blue distances in degrees. This one's a lot harder to measure just because with this protractor, we get part of it, but then we'd have to keep on going. But sometimes we have the option of a bigger protractor, such as this one. So in this case, I have to find 0. So line it up with 0. That one's good. And it's going to go from 0 all the way around until we can see that it's at 305 degrees. So 305 degrees, and we also said this one was, and we can also see that it is a total of 55 degrees. Those added together will give you a total of 360 degrees, which is the degrees of a circle. So you know you're correct as well. So like we just talked about, angles are measured in units called degrees. Degree results from dividing the distance around a circle into 360 parts, which is the distance, how many degrees a circle is. Congruent angles have the same angle. Notice both of them have the same angle of 110 degrees. They don't have to point in the same direction, just like these ones don't, and they don't have to be similar size lines. As you can see, this one is a little bigger than this one, but they are still the same. They still have the same degrees. They have to just have the same angle. Just as segments that have the same measure are congruent segments, angles have the same measure are congruent angles. So this angle here is 65 degrees. This one's also 65 degrees. These two with the two lines here, that also means, because they have the same amount, that they are also congruent.